Hey guys, Chris here from Cohesive Friendship Unit. I have a kind of different video from what you might be used to on this channel, but if you like the video, definitely throw us a like, and let me know what you think of this format, because I could continue to do it for other kind of cool things I picked up. So basically what happened was about 4 years ago, I was living in Equatorial Guinea in Central Africa, and for those of you who don't know, very few would. It's the 6th least traveled country in the world. So nobody goes here. There's no tourism, and there's not really a whole lot of importing, exporting going on. It's very isolated. And I was specifically on an island within this country, so I wasn't even on the mainland. And while I was there, I was definitely trying to kind of see what they had for video games and what I could maybe pick up. So there wasn't a lot of retail, but I went to the retail that I could, went to all the electronic stores, and believe it or not, I only came up with 2 items in the entire time that I was there. I spent months and months looking, came up with 2 things. I think they're interesting. And this is the one that we're going to be covering today. It is the 86-in-1 Super Game 17. Some guy was selling this on the street. That's about all I know. It's sealed. It's definitely not legit, but it's definitely a Famicom game. So the reason I waited so many years to actually try to play this is because I don't have a Famicom, and I was waiting for basically this copy of Gyromite, believe it or not. So what Nintendo did in the 80s when the NES was catching on in North America and they couldn't keep up with the North American specific cart production, they would actually take Famicom games, the actual Japanese games for the Famicom. So just, for size difference, they're very different. They would take the Japanese game, and they had these translator carts that acted as a translation and also allowed a bypass of the security. And all they did was take the Japanese cart and they attached the translator underneath it, and there you go. You have a Famicom game. So nowadays, if you can actually find one of these, you can take the translator out and put it into any Famicom game. And that's what we're going to do today with this super weird game. I've done so much research on this, and I've not found out anything about it. I don't know if there's any footage of this. I don't even know if it's going to boot up. But we're going to take a look. So, a couple things to note. I've already pre-loosened these screws. A couple things to note about these translator carts. You have to have the 5-screw variant. You'll notice that there's 5 screws on this cart, and traditionally, or I guess less traditionally, there would only be 3 screws. Also, these screws are not the NES security bit that everybody knows and loves and has to go on eBay to buy those pesky converters. These are just regular screws that you can use with a regular screwdriver, which makes it super easy. But unfortunately, even if you have the 5-screw game and you have the right type of screw, still no guarantee that there's going to be a converter. And I'll actually show you an example. This is awesome. So you can see right here we have the actual translator, which we're going to be using, and this is actually the Japanese game. Now, I have another copy of Gyromite, and this one's also 5-screw, and it also doesn't have the security bits. However, we'll crack that one open, and for those of you who have never been inside an NES cart, you're going to see a very plain and very boring NES cart. So this is the inside of the North American cart, and that's all there is. So they're very different, and that kind of illustrates the difference side by side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove the translator cart, and we're going to plug it into the Japanese cart. Oh, the 86-in-1 Super game. It's literally falling apart in my hands as I hold it now that it's not wrapped in the plastic. I did want to just show you guys real quick some kind of funny stuff that I found. Also, I think a part already fell out. Yep. It's falling apart pretty quickly. So hopefully it holds up. But here is what it says on the back of the cart. Avoid exposing cartridge, misspelled, no space, to extreme temperature, misspelled temperature. Be careful not to immerse cartridge, which they actually managed to spell right there, in wa space ter. For protection, when cartridge, no space, is not in use, place cartridge inside protective plastics case. Okay. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's take apart the converter. Okay, broke the first seal. It seems to just kind of be a snap. So, whew, not a whole lot on the inside of this. My goodness. Oh my god. We have a black dot, an R, and really just nothing. I have a feeling this is not going to boot, but we'll give it a try. So we got our translator cart, and just feed that in there. And bam, you have yourself whatever this is. So I'm going to actually switch over to a NES, and we're going to try to get this thing to boot. Oh my god. It fucking worked. Shit. This is going to be fucking great. Oh my god. And this is nuts, man. Holy shit. Okay. Let's cut to some gameplay. Hey guys, so as you can see, this is pretty much just a compilation of 86 NES games. It's called 86 in 17. Not sure where the 17 comes from because this is just about 5 games. This is 90 Tank, Galaxian, Super Mario Brothers, Adventure Island, Lunar Ball, and really that's just about it. Then there's very, very slight variations on all of those. And, you know, honestly, the game selection's not that bad. If this was the only card I had and this was the only card I could get my hands on, hey, you got Mario, which is a good platformer. You have Adventure Island, which is a good platformer. You have a pool game, which is different at least. You have Galaxian, which I think is awesome. And to round it all off, you get, you know, just very slight variance in all these, even though the variants aren't that great. So you'll notice that on the screen there were things like Fancy Mario, Moon Mario, Long Live Mario. These are traditionally supposed to be unique. They're, for example, Moon Mario is supposed to allow Mario to jump super high, and Long Live Mario is essentially supposed to make him invulnerable once he gets a power mushroom, and Fancy Mario is supposed to make your right and left scrolling all messed up. All these actually do is start you on a different world. They don't have any of the effects that they would traditionally have, which is bizarre. That they knew about these names and they decided to kind of throw them down. But, you know, games like 90 Tank, the pool game, Mario game, there's a lot of two-player fun to be had. And actually, for me, I would say this was generally a good get because, with the exception of Mario Brothers, I didn't have any of these other games. And one last thing I want to talk about. You'll see on the back of the cart there were two identifiers that I could find. The first being a 2010 identifier, which leads me to believe that this was manufactured in 2010 and is, fairly recent. And I think I had picked this up in 2014. And again, this was wrapped up and everything. So I presumably am the first owner. And then we have this M-512A. And I did a little bit of hunting and couldn't find anything on it. So if you guys know anything, it would definitely be super appreciated to, comment down below. Let me know, because I'm super curious about this. And that's going to wrap this video up, guys. If you want me to kind of do a little overview of the other hardware I found, I would love to. It's not specific to any console. It's kind of like one of those all-in-one portables that run off of batteries. But I would definitely be happy to take a look at that. Or if you have any other video suggestions, please let us know. And if you like this, shoot a like. If you like our content, definitely give us a sub. And we'll catch you guys next time.